Okay, hello everyone. I am Verra and I'll be tackling to you the level of comprehension questions. So there are 6 levels of comprehension questions: the literal, inferential, appreciative, critic, evaluative, and essential. So first is literal. Literal means write questions that have correct answers which may be found in the text. Write down all the facts, characters, locations, and sequential events. This can include the plot and the themes, setting, turning points, anything that can be drawn directly from the text of the story and is factual. So literal is a information that we can gather and get from the story or from the speaker which we are listening to. So let's take, for example, we are listening to the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, so the example questions that we are going to throw to our future learners is that who did Little Red Riding Hood's mother send her to meet? Okay, so these are some of the questions that the teacher can give to his or her learners in order to know if the learners are really listening to your story. Okay, so this is from the literal level of comprehension. Okay, so second level is inferential. Write questions and answers which require the reader to make an educated guess or predictions about what is going to happen in the story or why something is so. Write down all the possibilities that can be inferred, predicted, or guessed while reading the story, about the plot, about the characters, about anything that you have to guess what might happen next or in the conclusion. If you are reading a novel, then at the end of each chapter, write on a large post-it note all the things you can guess might happen in the story or to the characters. Okay, so this level we are going to make an educated guess or have prediction on what are the things that might happen in the characters or what is the end of the story. And some of the questions that we are going to give to our learners is that, do you think Little Red Riding Hood will make it to her grandmother's house safely? Why or why not? So our learners here are going to guess if Little Red Riding Hood will arrive safely to her grandmother's house, and they will explain their sides o nganong kana ilang gihuna or nganong kana maoy ilang answer. Okay, so the next level or the third level is the appreciative. Write questions and answers that require the readers to make a personal response to a character or situation in the story or to the author's purpose. Write all possible items to be appreciated from your point of view. If you lived this story or the lives of these characters, how would you feel if is the basic questions. This is the one paragraph that you can use the I statement. So in this level, you are going to encourage your learners get to their feet to the character and be the character and let them answer what they might feel and what are the things that they are going to do if they are character. No, so some of the questions that we can ask to them is, how would you feel if you were sent off in the woods alone? Explain your answer. No, so in this manner, the learner can be the character of the Little Red Riding Hood and think of the things that what they might feel if they are left alone in the woods. Okay, so the fourth level is the critic. Write questions and answers that require the readers to make a judgment about the author's use of language, style of writing, execution of the text, or the author's ideas in the text. Recognize the value of the author's use of language and descriptions, images, style, and values of story concepts. Look at the author's work of writing the story. Did they tell a good story? Why or why not? Did the author use descriptive words or plain flat language? Did they make you see the scenes they wrote in your mind because they were so descriptive? This is where you judge the author and how well they wrote the story. And some of the example that any questions that we can throw to our learners are, Did the author write the story so that it is relatable for kids or for adults? What style or form did the author write in? Was the language authentic and was the description rich? And then explain your answer. Okay, so in this level, no, the learners are need to dig deep on the things of the story that they are listening to and try to examine what are the author's style of writing and their execution of the language. So in this manner, they will use their critical thinking skills so that they can come up with the answer that is also very true to the story. Okay, so the next level is evaluative. Write questions and answers that require the readers to make a judgment about an aspect of the story, such as a character's actions. Write all possible judgments about characters and issues within story. We judge people around us every day. So, judge the characters as if you knew them, as if they were real. Is someone cranky or mean, justified or self-righteous or stuck up or bully? Judge the characters. No, so in this level, we should encourage our listeners to make a judgment to all the characters if the things that they do in the story are right. And then some of the example questions that we are going to throw to our listeners is, do you think that it was right for Little Red Riding Hood's mother to send her off into the woods alone? Why or why not? Okay? Okay, so the last level is the essential. Write questions and answers that require the reader to consider an issue that is addressed in the story outside of the story. Bring the concepts of the story to the world today. Can this happen today? That's it. Write down all the possible world issues that the story discusses or implies. Every story has a theme. Apply the themes to the world today. Okay? So in this level, we are encouraging our learners to go outside the box and think of an issue of a world problem that the story might tackle. No? So one of the example questions that we are going to throw to our listeners is how old should a child before he or she is allowed to go out alone? Or what parameters would you set for a child? Explain your answer. No, so these are some of the questions that we are going to throw if we want to know if our learners is in the essential level of a comprehension. Okay, so that ends of my report. I hope you all understand. Thank you.